Hello to everyone. I hope that you're all doing very well. My name is Maya and I'm an astrotherapist. So, welcome to the channel Divine Astrology. Um, I already told you that from today, from this video, we will start talking about signs and how to balance every and each sign. But before that, I would like to share a little story with you. A couple of days ago, I've started watching a Netflix series called Ottoman Empire, part Mehmet versus Vlad. And in one scene, young Mehmet and Vlad were sword fighting. And in that precise time, Mehmet was aware of his strength. He was aware of how big and strong his empire was, and he was aware how big and strong his father was. But on the other hand, Vlad was very angry. He was very sad because his father abandoned him. He left him there as a guarantee that he will not attack the Sultan and he will not work against the Sultan. So on one level, he sacrificed his sons and left them there. So he was very angry and he was in such rage. So while the two of them were fighting, the master stood beside them, watched all that, and said to Mehmet, use his rage against him and defeat him. That is the sentence, the essence of Aries. The essence. So, Aries, either it will be defeated by others using their rage, or they will defeat their rage and defeat themselves. That's the point. The point with Aries is rage. The point with rage is fear and lack of self-love. Underneath the rage, we have the absence of self-love and we have fears. Now I will describe you why. In Aries, we have four energies. This is very important for you to know, to understand, because there is no balancing without understanding. So, we have the Mars, which is the ruler. We have Sun in exaltation. We have Saturn in fall. And we have Venus in detriment. Four energies. So, Mars and Sun always goes together. They are combined. Why? Because the energy is very similar. So when we are talking about low vibrational people, totally unaware, they are acting from Mars and Sun. So they can be very aggressive. They can be very, I know everything. I can do everything. I'm in that power, in that strength. They can be very selfish, self-centered. They can be with totally lack of empathy. They can let their passion lead them, and just passion, nothing less. They can be very fast. They can first say and then think, and then think, or they can be very fast with their action. On one level, they are on fire all the time without stopping themselves, without resting, without anything. In that point, Saturn awakes and he's like, no, you didn't learn your lesson, and now I will stop you, and you fall down on some level of your life. It could be in love, or with your partner. It can be your health. It can be your job. It can be everyday level, because it will attack the part of your life that is the most weak of them all. So, Saturn there on some level represent fears and represent gratitude and represents roots and represent responsibility and represent awareness of situation and what is really happening. and represent wisdom and represent waiting. If you want to have a strong and high vibrational Aries, all of those things that I just said, you really need to be aware of. Other planet that will stop you on some level, it's Venus. Venus is love. Strong, deep, passionate love. Awareness of self-love. That doesn't mean that you stand in front of your mirror telling yourself how you love yourself and how beautiful you are. No. No. That means that when you see that you cannot do something, that it's too much, that you take too much on your back, that you're constantly tired, to say yourself, stop. To be able to say to yourself, stop. Love yourself. Don't do that. Take a little time for yourself. Just stop. Go out from the action. You don't need to be in a constant action when you are Aries. And when you practice self-love on that level, of course, to be aware of yourself and others, to be open to others, to be very direct to others, and to try to connect with people on a much more deeper level than just passion. Like, passion is very superficial. We need something deeper. So when you practice those things, then Mars and Sun will not act as I said to you. They will act differently. Mars will be in action, but not in a constant action. He will be like, okay, I want to do some action, but first, I will step aside, see the bigger picture, see how I feel, Venus. Be aware of who I am and what I want, Sun. So take responsibilities for my actions, Saturn. And then I will act. And when you act from this instance, Saturn, Venus, Sun will support you. And then you will get an Aries who is so strong, who is so powerful, but calm, wise. He will not do anything that fast. He will not do anything without thinking first, without being aware from which part of his being that action is made. Simple as that. So those areas are totally different. When you see the first one in a low vibrational level, you will say, okay, this is Aries. This is how astrology describes Aries. But when you see another one on a high vibrational level, you will never say, this is an Aries. I have a very good friend. She's rising sign Aries and Mars in Aries in first house. When you see her, you will never in a million years say that she's in Aries. Mars in Aries in first house. That's strong, very strong. Because she's aware of all of this. You would say that she's something in 12th house or maybe something with Capricorn, something like that, but no, she's in Aries. Rising Aries, your rising sign is the most important part of you. It's 80% of your horoscope, your natal chart, sorry. So she acts totally, she's very calm, but always prepared. She sees the big picture. She's aware of her emotion. She will not let herself taking too much from her, letting herself to be so tired and everywhere. No. She's aware what she can do right now in this moment, and she's aware and she will be able to say to herself, stop. This is something you cannot do right now, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that you are not strong. You are strong just by simply saying to yourself, stop. Being able to say to yourself, stop, when your ego is making you to do something just to prove yourself that you're strong, being able to say stop, it's so strong. It's definitely more strong than doing something just to prove to yourself or someone that you can do something. It's a very low vibrational ego. So she's able to say to her, stop, and to take a rest, Saturn, and to be aware of self-love, Venus, and to be aware that doesn't mean that she is not worth of it, Sun. And then when she rests and sees everything, she acts. That's a powerful Aries. So don't forget, it's never about the sign. It's about people and your decision what you will do. So there is no, you don't have a choice. You do have a choice. Every single time you do have a choice. So choose wisely. That's all. Think about the sign of Aries and how to balance your sign of Aries. And thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And we will see you next time and talk about Taurus. That's all from me. Bye.